So how can HR managers link HR programs to dollars? We think that data is what can truly empower you. I have a lot of great questions for you, so let's go ahead and get going. Let's first talk about the why, right? Um, can either of you elaborate? Why is speaking the language of finance or business critical for HR?
Yeah. Sheila, I could take that first. I think it's really important because HR is not just seen as human resources, it's seen as a business partner and a strategic business partner in that. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be on a plant manager staff or sit in a senior leadership role. You could be at a plant location as partnering with the business, maybe not at the leadership level. You can be sitting with different staffs because they definitely would like your perspective, but kind of dialing it back to the plant, or even if you were in an engineering space, let's say, understanding what really drives the financials and what those financials mean that affect the bottom line. So just for an example, in the plant, inventory turns, what does that mean? Volume, what does that do to equate to dollars? Quality, people, we look at attrition, we look at attendance. So really trying to understand what are the key drivers and how that affects the bottom line and profitability of your business.
How do you recommend people like understand that? So like say, they're new, and like what would be your advice to somebody to kind of get, like what are the main drivers of this particular business and get that understanding?
Yeah, and I really think that comes from understanding whether you're in my role where at a leadership level you're given KPIs or from an HR standpoint. And then driving that down to my team and how we are helping support the business in that effort. I definitely think building strong partnerships as well with not only your plant leadership team, namely your financial controller, really the ops managers, because as businesses evolve, especially where we are here in the electrification space, and it continues to evolve and change and be disruptive, quite frankly. What maybe my KPI is even at the start of the year, maybe mid-year changes, or I have some additional data points or, things that we have to focus in on that require attention. So really, again, understanding what the key, your key KPIs are and how we can help support the business.